So if I'm thinking about the next 12 months in retail, 2020, 2021, I have to look back first in the last, even let's take 50 years, right? When Zebra actually was incepted and started with scanning UPCs, printing UPCs, retail is sitting on so much data over the years. And then, 20 years ago, it started with, let's just use all this data and do a lot of reporting and sending to the different people. And retailers use what I would call push and pray. I have a nice report here. Let's push it to someone and pray that they open it, that they understand it, that they will do something about it, that it will be meaningful for them. If you look about 3 years ago, it was more around, the compliance in the stores. There's some stores that are working great and other stores that are not. How about we'll put some task management capabilities and ask them to do things? And then if I ask them, therefore they will do it. Well, what also happened is that they saw that, hey, I've been here 20 years, you're asking me to clean the aisle. It's something that I've been doing for 20 years. I don't need you to tell me. And so then task management went down. What then happened in the last year or two is smart tasking came back in. And so now, with all of the richness of data, people become more efficient and more effective because the data tells the story. And so now the data being sent out with a descriptive insight of what actually happened, and then a prescriptive action. Hey, I would like you to do specifically, go rotate the yogurt. Go check that specific white button shirt that was selling a lot. Why did it stop selling today, right? So it's very specific, making all of our people more efficient and more effective. Now, what I've seen here today in NRF 2020 and what will go in the innovation, if you will, lab going forward is more around this effectiveness of sensing data in close to real time using computer imaging. Frictionless, obviously, after Amazon Go, you had a wave of frictionless checkout. But then you had high losses through that. So how to minimize that loss, create that efficiency, curate it to customers, and actually, the thing is that all of us are consumers. And so there's what I would call consumer liquidation of demand, liquidation of expectations, right? When you land in an airport, you can open an Uber and know exactly where your driver is, what's his name, how many kids he has, right? You know everything about them. So this expectation is being built up with our consumers, and they expect all the retailers to now have all of this knowledge about the consumer. When she walks in, what does she typically buy? And then make sure that you actually have what you say you have on the shelf. 3 months ago, I went to a wedding, and my wife forgot to purchase the gift that we committed to buy. And then she told me, hey, you know what, let's just see which retailer has it, and let's just go and pick it up on the way. Well, we went on the way, and the retailer actually did not have that gift that we promised. But they said they did, so how come they don't know what they have on shelf? And so what we see around today is around computer visioning, a lot of robots, a lot of automation to make our people more efficient, more effective, and more really pointed solution. I think that what they need to be able to answer 4 questions, which is actually the heart of Zebra. Hardware and software combined, right? It's number 1, what is the product? What is that SKU? Number 2, where is it? Is it on the shelf? Is it in the front? Is it at the display? Is it in the back? Was it dropped in the wrong store, right? So what is it? Where is it? How is it? If it's a banana and fresh, is it actually brown, rotten, or is it a good looking? Is it a deflated balloon or deflated basketball, or is it a good looking basketball that is a shiny object that someone will pick up? And then what to do about it in order to curate to our customers and get their experience to a better level so they will come back, right? Traffic is critical today in retail, both online and offline. And so if you think about those 4 questions, what is it, where is it, how is it, what state, and then what to do about it, it's actually taking the e-commerce world and digitalize your store. Identifying today with RFID. RFID has been there a long time, but now it's actually coming up everywhere because it's hardware and software combined. Let's learn from what we can sense in the store. Zebra has released something called Smart Lens solutions. So now we don't just read inventory, but we sense this RFID. Where is it in the store? Is it on the mannequin? Is it in the right space in the planogram? Linking realogram and planogram, and then linking the demand sensing, and then linking it to the planning. How many times she came in, took the dress, tried it in the fitting room, and then converted to buy it? Because let me tell you, if it's only 30% of the time that we converted after fitting, maybe something is wrong with this dress. We're in the season, maybe we can still fix it. Maybe the belt is not holding really well on this dress. We need to just fix it now so we don't miss it out in the season. So today you can actually sense that in real time. You can see what people are saying online with sentiment analysis. You can see what people are trying in the store. You can combine it, triangulate all of this data, and then prescribe to collections, to the merchants, or to people in the store how to fix and convert it. So you increase the customer experience to a new level. So when she comes to the store, it's the same experience online, offline. It doesn't matter where it is, but we're building the brand. I'm actually speaking today about the 4 moments of truth, right? So in the old days, you had 1 or 2 moments of truth when she came in to pick it up. Today we have 4. The first one is when she actually looks online to learn about what she wants to buy, right? That's the first moment of truth. So all of the information comes even from the manufacturer, right? And the retailer. The second moment of truth, when she decides that she wants to buy it. Where to buy it? She can buy it online, she can buy it in the store, right? However, doesn't matter where she buys it, you need to curate the experience. So if she buys it online and you say that in 2 hours it will be in your house, it needs to be in the house in 2 hours. If you say it's on the shelf and she goes to buy it, it's better be on the shelf. So that's the second moment of truth. The third one is when she uses it, hey, that's exactly what I expected. So that's a manufacturer, retail combined experience. And then the fourth one, and the most important one, is to become advocate of the brand. If she became advocate to the brand, now you have a social media that actually, she can help you create that frontline capabilities for the next person who wants to buy it. And so it's a circular model, right? From the manufacturer to the retail in a combined way as a platform of processes that is very circular. In the old days, we spoke about demand-driven supply network that was very linear. Today, it's very circular, and retailer and manufacturing are working better together in order to create that experience for the customer. And so you'll see that more and more. And if you look at all the technologies on the shop floor, there's a lot of that. And Zebra is very proud to becoming very strategic with our customers, enabling them to deliver on the circular supply chain. In the last 2-3 years, there have been a lot of pilots and trial and error on digitalizing the store. What I think was part of the issue why we didn't see it everywhere in the expansion is that people were measuring KPIs as an A/B success stories. The KPIs are good, but averages lies. Because in average, you don't know how many are actually below the average and how many are much better, right? And so the idea behind it is that you need to look at detailed information that you can then convert into making them a better experience for the customers. And then when you do it on a scale, then the KPIs will go up. Anyone that has been in Black Belt, Six Sigma type courses understand those things. But then takes that into the pilot and then roll it out, you'll then see those waves of hardware and software come together to impact those KPIs one action at a time. Retailers have been evolving over the years, as we spoke before, and in order to continue and become more and more relevant for our consumers, the idea behind it is to curate enough services, not just commoditize the product. I'll give you an example. We went skiing the other day with my family. And even though my girls, I asked them way before to prepare, make sure you have the helmet, the gloves, the goggles and everything, right? Every year, they forget stuff. A day before we went on vacation for skiing, my girls said, oh, I don't have my gloves. So we went to REI, which is a great customer of ours. And as soon as we walked in, the guys that welcoming us said, what do you need today? And we said, we need a glove. Well, the store associate came to my kid and actually tried to fit her hand, measure the hand, and told her exactly which type of glove she thinks she needs for skiing. There were a lot of gloves on the wall, prices ranges, but she was able to help her from an experienced skiing perspective better than any other retailer. And I think that curate those services, having experts when needed, it will be critical in order to maintain that relevancy. Curate other services. If you go to a do-it-yourself store today and you're buying stuff, they would tell you, hey, do you need any help building it up as well, right? So it's no longer just buying something, but it's also curate the services that goes with it, right? We talked about basket analysis. What goes with what? I don't know if you know, but 90% of people buys broccoli will buy bananas. So do you put them together? But also, think about what do they buy online together that you can then learn from and put them together close to each other in the store to elevate the basket, elevate the experience, and curate the right services to the consumers so they will come again and learn. So we're coming to Rome with our customers. We'll actually be on stage with Luxottica speaking about how to use all the data that you sense today in retail and how to turn them into actionable insights. So then the store people don't need to look at reports, but they know every day how can they serve the customer better and maximize the margin, maximize the experience for the consumer of today.